Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we have the first ever devlog for Noetic Realms. So we're going to be teasing our game a little bit. I am joined by Xander, our lead game developer. He's going to tell you about his experience and what we're working on. And hopefully these videos end up exciting you guys, getting you guys more involved, because that's a big aspect of what we're looking to do at Noetic Realms. Our first game, you guys are definitely going to have some input. You guys can join the Discord and get early access and work on the game alongside with us, basically. But let's not waste any time. Let's introduce Xander. Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Yeah, hey Mateo, hey everybody watching. I'm Xander, and I'm a longtime VR game developer. I've been in the industry for about 10 years now. I worked at Industrial Light and Magic, where I was gameplay engineer on Tales from the Galaxy's Edge and the Vader Immortal series. I did a little stint at Meta Reality Labs, and most recently I released Vendetta Forever. But yeah, I'm just here to keep making VR games, and I think we got a good one coming up for you.
Nice. But I think before we start teasing the game and get into all that, I just want to discuss how we met and what kind of started this. I don't know if you want to take it away.
Yeah. So Mateo did a couple promo videos for Vendetta Forever, and I was heading out to GDC in San Francisco, which is in my neighborhood. And I was checking the GDC listing, who was there. I saw Mateo was there. I said, hey, I'm just going to hit this guy up, see what happens. I wanted to demo the DLC levels for Vendetta Forever, and he was gracious enough to meet me.
Gracious. I was excited, man. And, you know, I just came. I love meeting people in the industry. I think we sort of hit it off right away. I loved what you did for the DLC. It was very solid. I was also a fan of Vendetta Forever. It had a little bit of that old school super hot feel to it, but definitely a new angle. I saw a lot of the things you were going for, your inspiration, like you were trying to recapture certain moments from certain movies. So I was feeling it and I was impressed. And I'm all about the feel when it comes to a game. I mean, the mechanics, the immersion, the feel is the most important aspect. At least we agree on that. Maybe not everybody does, but we play games that have fun. After we met, we just stayed in touch. I was nursing a horrible hangover on my way home. We got stuck in the airport and we were just having a lengthy conversation on different games and mechanics. And I took a very arbitrary game that I happened to be playing. And I said, you know, something like this could work in VR. Now, I'm not going to mention what that game is just yet. But I was like, something like this could work in VR. And we kind of started spitballing. And then next thing you know, a month later, we're opening up an agency with, we'll open up a studio with my talent agency. So that's how this came about.
Yeah, I heard that idea, and I thought, this got legs, man. I think I can whip something up. So I did just make a prototype real quick, and it had some juice. So
the question is, well, where are we now? Where would you say we are right now? Obviously, it's still very early.
Yeah, the gears are turning.
The gears are turning.
They're lubed up and ready to go. We're starting to talk with artists and getting some actual assets into the game to make it look a little less gray boxy. So you could say we're in production. The wheels are spinning.
You heard it from the developer. Grand design, action RPG title, single player campaign. We want to do mod integration and a nice sandbox mode, where you could fool around, import different characters, mess around with all the weapons, mess around with the abilities you gain. And we want it to be something that, you know, is highly replayable with a nice level of variety, and you could just create some really cool viral clips. We on the same page?
Yeah.
All right, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Solid core mechanic plus, just that pure fun that you're going to get from just playing the base game. And then we have a pretty cool narrative coming. So a layer on top of that, it's just an immersive sort of emergent style gameplay with a sandbox mode where you can just dick around with all the settings that we have and see what happens.
So, I mean, I'm personally not a big sandbox guy, and it's weird. I'm making a game with a large sandbox component, but I think the community loves that. And that's one of our major goals. We're making games that people want to play. So I know it's a component that people like fall in love with. You got like Boneworks, Bone Lab, you got Blade and Sorcery. They have really great sandbox modes, and they're just really fun. You could jump in and have a good time. So we want to give people that, but if we just made that, I'd be disappointed. So full single player campaign is what I love. What we have to include.
Yeah, the campaign and this progression, the story, those are all going to be in the forefront. But I think because of the kind of depth and breadth of the mechanics that we're hoping to arrive at, it naturally kind of leads us up to having a sandbox component. Like, why not throw that in? We have all the
Yeah.
sliders and settings. Let you guys mess around and see what kind of crazy shit you can pull off.
So the first and foremost thing we developed is the back end RPG system or ARPG system, and we made it very dynamic so we could tweak things very quickly, scale things, make enemies, hits, attacks, whatever, stronger or weaker, introduce new special skills. So we have that whole back end. That's the first thing we started with, and we just said, yeah, this is so dynamic. If you give people the keys to this and let them fool around in a sandbox mode, people are going to go wild.
Yeah. Like, I already have so many debug scenes set up that are essentially just mini sandboxes, and I'm thinking, yeah, why not let you guys have that as well? Well, after Vendetta Forever, which was zero narrative whatsoever, I didn't have the time or budget to really do any narrative there. So being able to combine that sort of fast-paced action mechanics with a more cool story and background narrative, I think is exciting and something I haven't done in a while. So I haven't done it since the Lucasfilm days, and getting back into that, it's going to be a lot of fun. Kind of weaving our own story and adding that layer on top of the action. Yeah, it's a good opportunity to tell a story that hopefully you guys haven't heard a billion times over. It's not going to be about evil AI. I can tell you that right now. So
Yeah, it won't be evil AI. It won't. Now that I think about it, it is a fairly unique story. At least in VR, there's nothing like it.
yeah,
I think people might see some mechanics. They might be able to draw lines to some mechanics that inspired us from other VR games. And there's actually a lot of inspiration in this title from flat and VR titles. But I think that's coming along nicely. And when we get into some beta testing with the community, I think it's going to be a really fun time.
I love watching people play, especially with no instruction.
With no instructions, fun too. I mean, I had like, there's people who go in and play it like it's Elden Ring, and they want to be very methodical and like block and counter everything they come across. There's other people. Yes, I know. I'm being very light on what I tease, but there's other people who go in the second you press play, they just start swinging, they start going crazy. And it's very interesting to see that difference and to make a game that accommodates all the different play styles, noob to all the way to enthusiast level. And I think we got it. And like I said, if we don't, the back end supports so many tweaks that we will have it. We'll give it to them and let them tweak it and come back and say, well, give us the settings you think work right. So there's a lot of fun to be had. I don't have too much more to go over in this devlog. This was just the first intro, a little tease. The remaining devlogs are going to be on the Noetic Realms channel. So we're starting the first one off on my channel. I wanted to introduce this because I'm the game designer on this, but the future devlogs are going to be on the Noetic Realms channel. We're going to drop some links to the Discord so you guys can join there, get early access, give us your feedback along the development. We really want to develop side by side with the gamers. We want to make a game that you guys love. Xander, is there anything else you want to go over before we wrap this up?
No, I think we covered it. Again, this is just our little intro tease, so we'll have some more meat and potatoes for you coming up soon.
Nice. I know I can't wait to show stuff off, but there's a time and a place for everything. That right there was the first ever devlog for Noetic Realms. We also have a quick message from the studio's CEO, Bridger Smith, who has more details to share about our grand vision.
You've just had your first introduction into our new studio. Noetic Realms, founded by myself and Xander, exists to craft unforgettable virtual worlds with a relentless focus on how they feel. With Mateo bringing his unmatched understanding of what truly feels right in VR, our first project is already pushing the limits of immersion and gameplay. This is only the beginning, We don't just want your help, we need it. Follow us, join the community, and be part of the next evolution in VR. Noetic Realms. We're just getting started.
Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to join the Discord for some early access to our game and to help shape the development of our titles.